Welcome to Volatility 411 for Equity Armor Investments. I am Joe Tigay, coming to you on another rally day in the S&P 500. The market's up 0.2%. Yesterday we took a break from the rally. The market was down yesterday. That was coming after 5 consecutive days of rallying. So certainly the market's recovering after we got the shock of the southern states starting to see another rise in COVID. All the uncertainty that's out there that came with that. The market is still digesting all of this still, however, and I want to remind everyone, even though the market feels very confident and comfortable up here, closing in on this 3,200 level on the S&P 500, the VIX is still 28. That's a very elevated level for the VIX. It's still a sign of a bear market. And if you think of where the VIX was in 2019, the high of the year was 24.95. So just recognize that. We've been above that essentially since February 24th. So volatility has remained elevated. It hasn't been coming down anytime soon. And there's just a lot of uncertainty surrounding this COVID situation. That's the concern the market's showing right now. Are these hospitalizations going to cause a bigger problem, force another shutdown like we saw in March? We'll be watching all that closely. It's very dicey to say the best. Now, I mean, optimism is reigning supreme. If you look at gold and you look at treasuries, those are two indicators saying, the government's going to be there with low interest rates and be there with handouts, maybe printing some money to keep this market elevated. That's another thing the market's watching. We have to take it all in stride as VIX traders. Now, under the surface of the volatility, of course, the VVIX is coming in like the VIX. It's still elevated at 114. That's a lot lower than it's been. However, the skew, like last week, still very high. Maybe it's possible people are coming and selling at the money options and not necessarily selling that down out of the money puts. And also, there's a lot less interest in the upside calls as there was a month ago. People were buying those upside calls like they were going out of style, keeping the skew flat. Now, if people aren't buying them, maybe they think the upside is capped for the time being up into the election, perhaps. Maybe we'll see that skew remain elevated, this 138. It's certainly a sign for me that I'm watching anyways. For Equity Armor Investments, this is Joe Tigay.